Belle.
You have to be strong for your mom and your sister. Remember, you are the one to hold your family together at this point. You are all they have got right now. Being weak and vulnerable at this point isn't an option. You have been thrown into a den of lions. You have to fight your way out. You are only 17, and you have to take the bull by the horn. I can only support you from the side, but the major decisions lie on your shoulders now. Annabella replayed, in her head, the words of Reverend Father Thompson 6 years ago at her father's funeral. The past can't be changed, Bella. Tomorrow is another day. We forge ahead. Bella pep-talked herself as she let out a heavy sigh and closed her eyes to sleep. In the bustling heart of Longbourn, a suburban area around California, which was thriving in arts and cultural scenes, including museums, galleries, and live music venues, lived Annabella Reese. The day dawned crisp and clear as the sun poured through the window, bringing with it new aspirations and hope. Annabella fluttered her eyes as she woke up from her tiny bed with a smile plastered on her dewy, plumped face. She yawned as she stretched her hands from the long and well-deserved rest. Annabella rubbed her blurry eyes and walked to the window, where there was a pully glow in the sky. Oh, sweet Jesus. What a beautiful day. I feel so well rested. I know my day today will be as beautiful as that pully glow in the sky. Annabella muttered with a smile plastered on her face. Meet Annabella Reese, a 22-year-old girl who had just graduated from the University of California and had been taking care of her stepmother and stepsister Louisa. She lost her mother at childbirth, and it was just her and her father. 3 years later, her father remarried her stepmother, Rose, and they welcomed a daughter called Louisa. They all grew up in a home filled with love. Annabella never missed the love of a mother because her stepmother loved and treated her as her own. Though they were 3 years apart, her stepsister, Louisa, was her best friend. They shared everything together and looked out for each other. Disaster hit when her father and stepmother, Rose, got involved in a fatal car crash, which led to her father's sudden demise and her stepmom being paralyzed. Rose's spine was affected, and she was bound to use a wheelchair for the rest of her life. Rose used to run a catering service as well as supplying and delivering cooked meals to offices during lunch breaks. After Rose's accident 6 years ago, Annabella took over the job of cooking and delivering those meals, as well as going to school. The laundry service shop her father used to run had been seized from them by their uncle, William. The only thing they were left with was the small 3-bedroom house they now lived in. Louisa, the packs are ready. Please help me put them in the cart, okay? Annabella called out to her younger sister, Louisa. Oh my goodness, Bella.
You are so fast.
You have already finished and cleaned up in no time. Can I please try one? Louisa spoke as she sent her hand to pick out one of the lunch packs Annabella had placed on the kitchen counter. Annabella gently hit her hand. Hey there, little Miss Diva. Those aren't for you, ma'am. Louisa scowled.
Ouch, sis.
That hurts. Can I have a teeny-weeny piece, please? She made puppy eyes with a pout. Annabella couldn't stand the cuteness. She gently pinched Louisa's cheeks with a smile. You know, with a puppy face like that, you can always get whatever it is you want. Anyway, I set aside 3 plates for you, Mother and Peppa. You are the best big sister ever, Bella. Louisa launched forward and hugged Annabella tightly. Of course, I tend to be your best big sister only when it comes to food. I think I will change your name from Foodie to a Foodlum, Annabella said in a playful tone as she stuck her tongue out to Louisa. Did I hear someone calling my name? A male voice came from the door. Hey, Peppa. Wasn't expecting you here until later in the day, Annabella exclaimed with a smile. Peppa was Annabella's best friend, and his mother was Annabella's godmother. They had been best friends since time immemorial. Peppa came from a wealthy family. After graduating from the University of California, Los Angeles, he immediately took up a position in his father's company. He didn't like to manage his father's business because he had always wanted to become a white hat hacker. In order to please him, his father sent him to work with the information technology department. With his busy schedule, Peppa didn't get to spend as much time with Annabella as they used to before. Come on, Bella. If I didn't come, who else would help you transport this merchandise of yours to Graham's Corp? No need to thank me. I am always your knight in shining armor. Pepe was indeed Annabella's knight in shining armor. The two had always been there for each other. Many had suspected that they were in a relationship, but the truth was that Pepe was never interested in women. He had always been into men. So, in order to protect his secret, Annabella didn't refute the rumors going on about them. Oh, my dear Pepe, aren't you the best? Annabella smiled as she ruffled Pepe's hair. These two could be considered two peas in a pod. So come on, Louisa. Help me. Let's get these packs and place them in my dearest Pepe's car. Louisa could not help but roll her eyes. Bella, I don't know why you keep smiling whenever you are heading to Graham's corporation. I know it is because you are excited about seeing Lucas Graham. You always make his lunch pack extra special. Let me ask you this. Has he ever asked you out on a date? You keep staring at him from a distance and fantasizing about him. Whenever he says hello and smiles at you, you keep acting like a complete idiot. Haven't you heard the rumors that he's engaged to someone? The smile that was on Annabella's face slowly faded away. Lucas Graham was Annabella's childhood crush. She had always liked him. Though Lucas was kind and friendly towards her, he had always seen her as a friend only. You said it was just a rumor, right? By the way, no one has ever seen him with a girl before. I know the universe is trying to bring us together, Annabella retorted. Oh, Bella, your case is truly pathetic. You have been crowned the queen of Delialut. Louisa sighed softly. Pepe, who had been looking at Annabella with a smirk on his face, scoffed. Hell no. Which man will want to look at you when you dress every day in these coveralls like a mechanic working in a mechanic shop? Then look at your hair. It looks like dry grass. Annabella's mouth hung open with eyes bulged out like the size of a teacup saucer. She couldn't believe Pepe would say that. After spending most of the morning putting her hair in order.
What?
Whose hair are you comparing to dry grass? Pepe held his breath before continuing. My dearest Bella, when did you last go to the salon for your hair to be properly taken care of? Instead of learning ballet and sexy sports like dancing, you, my dearest best friend, decided to learn judo and help in animal shelters. Girl, men don't want women who will beat them in their homes. They prefer soft and demure women, not this Conan the Barbarian vibe you give off. I don't think your dear Lucas will be attracted to this version of you. Annabella felt as if she would pass out. She clenched her hand on her chest and faked a heart attack. Oh my God, I think I just developed a heart attack. Mother, please help me. These two are ganging up against me. Pepe and Louisa couldn't help but laugh at the dramatic Annabella. And why are these two laughing like braying donkeys choking on water? Rose asked as she wheeled her wheelchair into the kitchen. Hello, Auntie Rose. Pepe bent down and kissed Rose on the cheek.
Mother.
These two evil spirits keep ganging up against me.
Just take a look at me.
Do I look like I work in a mechanic shop? Annabella asked Rose as she did a 360-degree turn. Rose pressed her lips together, trying so hard to prevent herself from laughing. How dare you two say my beautiful daughter looks like someone who owns a mechanic shop? Are you both blind?
She turned to Annabella. Bella.
Why don't you go in and put on something more girly, like a gown or a skirt? At least these two would not call you a mechanic. Annabella just rolled her eyes and sighed dejectedly. Oh, Mother, you three are just the same. Pepe winked at Louisa as Annabella left the kitchen. Annabella rushed into her room and wore a floral blue flare dress. When she stepped out, Pepe placed his palm on his cheek. Now you kind of look like the Annabella I knew growing up. Now, let's see what we can do about this hair of yours. Pepe pulled up Annabella's long wavy hair into a messy bun. This looks better, Pepe said with a smile. Annabella just rolled her eyes as she kissed her mother goodbye. Goodbye, Mother. Pepe, let's go. Bye, Auntie Rose. See you later. The two best friends left the house with the packed meals in their hands.